Hello, and welcome to Jarviskjir Narashiro Nights. My brain wanted to go Jarviskjir the Great Escape, which might be relevant to whatever happens today. Who knows?
Oh no!
But that is a great show name.
It is.
We're missing Josiah.
Why are you reading my mind?
He will be back at some point, hopefully. I always read your mind. We're in the same like Wi-Fi network. I can just snoop.
Right, I forgot.
Yeah, mental data.
Shared network drive. I forgot. Yeah.
How's everyone doing? Good. Okay, let's move on.
I'm awake.
I'm on boomer cam.
You are. Don't steal my joke. Chat now thinks that's your joke. That was my very clever joke earlier while we were setting up, and it was very clever. Damn it.
Realistically, what I am is I am on Eric cam.
Yeah.
That's what I really am on. And Aaron is coughing.
That's life. That's the way it is.
It is my life. It's very unfortunate.
Yeah, that sucks. But it is how it is. Speaking of, let's... I'm trying to do a recap in my brain right now. In the last couple of sessions, Narashiro has been falling into a little bit of chaos, but it's like it's an elven chaos. It's a very ordered, respectable chaos. With factions setting up around the city, with various mentalities and things. You've been loosely allying yourself with Commander Kato, who has taken pretty much the largest chunk of land, and recently found out that Tunuma, one of the Tunuma clones, is alive, and betrayed your race to the Sun Elves, the ancient enemy of the Usurper Elves that live amongst Narashiro, and was responsible for the explosion that destroyed the High City and the Daimao, and has caused all this chaos. You pretty openly set yourself against her, although Rakaf did do a little bit of diplomacy before going back home and going, "We're gonna kill her! Rolfie! We've got to murder!"
I mean, I don't know if I want to just go outright and say that I just said we should murder. I think what I said is we should kill them all.
You should kill them all being because Tunuma wants to set up a meeting between all of the movers and shakers so that she can go, "This is how we make peace with the world and become part of a greater world." You're like, kill them. We're going to kill them. And that is pretty much where we end off, with plenty of discussions about that. Now, I'm actually going to do a skip of a couple of days, because you guys have had a bit of time to think and plan, and it also helps your character's opinions settle a little bit more in whatever is going on. In these last couple of days, because you would be... Did my camera glitch out? What's these little smirks? I'm always paranoid of player smirks. They're never
Player
good
smirk
for me.
in this case is I get my hit dice back.
Yes, you took you took a rest.
Oh god,
absolutely.
I gotta discuss what.
No, but like I had literally
else.
0 hit dice, so technically I would get half my levels back.
Yeah.
Right?
Let's say 2 days, right?
Cool. I have my hit dice back.
The main thing that's really happened in that time that you guys would be paying a lot of attention to would be Kato's faction has really more or less made most of Narashiro back into a state of normalcy. That kind of shell-shocked phase of people locking themselves in their homes and stuff is past. It's not exactly how the city would have been. The districts further down from the areas where a lot of the nobility live are still in a bit of flux. But for drow of your standing, or people of your standing, things are going. They're working. There's like ration systems in place because the food district's not in control, and they have to be more things sent in. But Commander Kato has brought a peace and unity among the drow. More or less. And that's been going very well, which might be good or bad for you, depending. Yeah. What is the scheme? I'm gonna ask Rakath, because he's kind of the one with the agency right now.
He the schemer.
Yuna schemes too, but
The thing is, Rakath wouldn't be doing any scheme without Yuna, is the bottom line here. And Yuna and Rakath are not on the same page presently, I believe. So I think we are conversing is the scheme.
I think Yuna's been staying at the school, not been going home.
Mm-hmm.
So
Guess where I'm going then.
okay.
And Rofi would be coming with.
Going to the school. The area of the school, the old herbalism district, like I said, is the most damaged, which is interesting to Yuna from a magical perspective because there's all kinds of weird arcane shenanigans happening. But that also is great for Voss because it means the people that are sticking around here are growing tougher. And a large majority of his faction, more or less, are starting to take what Voss's schoolings more seriously. He's starting to get conscripts, or whatever he would want to call his students. Old City Guard, things like that. And as you sort of slightly agreed, Voss's little faction, House of Dusk, that's it, and Kato's people, you're doing fine. You know, I imagine she's been asking for some assistance in clearing out areas and stuff like that. Wouldn't go far as say they're allied, because everyone is suspicious of everyone. But, you know, aside from the arcane shenanigans, things are pretty much moving as normal, but Voss's school is the busiest it's ever been, right? It actually has students, for now. And these are students who are already soldiers. So that's interesting. Around the school has been sort of a lot of tents and a lot of sort of hodgepodge markets for supplies and things like that. It's almost like a bustling little town within a town.
Uh-oh, it's a war camp.
Of course, you're allowed entry with no problem at all.
Mm-hmm.
Your friends.
Yep.
Oh dear.
Mm-hmm.
It would sure would be useful if there was Voss here for this.
Oh.
That's okay. He's busy
It's
training.
okay.
Voss
he's
is training
training
people.
Yeah.
You can hear his shouts across the courtyards to change stance and move and embrace the, like, serial pessimism that is his teachings.
Turn your soul to the dark side and, you know, embrace your hatred. Let it fuel you. All that stuff, yeah.
He says do it a lot.
Yes. His voice goes really, like, kind of weirdly nasally for that.
All right. So you can
Find
enter.
Yuna.
You can find Yuna wherever Yuna would be. What would Yuna be doing here at Voss's House of Dusk?
I'm gonna be
Other than avoiding
working on some herbalism stuff. So some instants of dreaming, some potions, etc., etc.
Cool.
They have equipment here, which is cool.
Yes, it's the old herbalism district, so that's totally fine.
It's literally Kim's old shop.
It's Kim's old shop, and Kim is currently your servant, but I'm back at the house.
We pay her.
We do pay her. She's our employee.
She is an employee, that's true.
Yeah. Runt less so, but that's okay.
He's a goblin.
Yeah, but Runt's a goblin.
It doesn't count.
Ron's happy he's not dead.
Look, we feed him.
Oh,
We
remember
house
how this game campaign was so innocent, making friends with goblins, and now there's war crimes
Runt.
and assassinations. And...
I miss Runt. We need to just spend more time with
Yeah.
Runt. That's what I want. Is just a session.
We need him to ground us again.
Like all I want is just to have a whole session where we just are basically playing Viva Pinata, but with Runt.
Yeah, we're hanging out with Runt and Reginald.
Yeah. Maybe not.
Luckily-
Reginald.
Reginald will lead us down a dark path.
Luckily, they are back at the house.
Yeah.
So maybe your little herbalism nook is a little lonely without the friends you've made along the way.
Okay, I have Abby.
Yes! One friend that can't complain.
You're in the place where Abby's original host was killed.
That's also true.
Come full circle.
Yeah.
Hello, Yuna.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm doing well.
Have you had much success with your herbalism?
Yeah. I kind of like just open my arms, like, look.
Oh, very nice. Oh, and he kind of recoils a little bit at the incense of dreaming, recognizing it.
Oh, yes, we're going to be doing that later, I think.
Oh.
I want to go back to the place with the, all the possibilities.
Ah. Creepy. We have to.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to induce kind of like a prophetic dream while I'm there. I think that'll be good.
I don't know if you and I have the same definition of good.
I think it'll be fun.
Well, it will be interesting. I don't know if fun is quite the word I would use. I like there being only one of me.
I mean, there is one of you. Features just like other yous, but not here.
I don't like the notion that there are other me's or other possibilities. I prefer the notion that a single path exists. Makes it somehow more final, more complete.
But it doesn't.
I know.
We know for a fact it doesn't.
I know.
Through my spellcasting and through our experiences.
Yes. I suppose I'm just looking for a comfort that isn't there. I've felt restless because of it. Perhaps angry as well. Frustrated with the people around us for choosing this path when there are so many other possibilities. If they didn't have a choice, well, that makes it more bearable. But they did.
I'll give back at the hug. Fine.
He hugs you back. He's slightly apprehensive about it, because obviously he still feels bad for shouting earlier, 2 days ago.
2 days ago is nothing to an elf.
Yeah.
But it also, it feels like forever for Rakath, too. So. What would you like to do about our circumstances?
I don't know. I would like to see if there are different possibilities. And I'm setting up like the ritual.
Ah, damn it.
I'm gonna try doing two incenses of dreaming at the
Okay.
same time, so we can all go as a party.
Yep.
Ooh.
Let me get the rules for that.
Ooh.
Let me look that up.
Oh,
As a party, aside from boss.
I don't think the rules say I can't.
There are specifics to that. Because this is a rule that one of my subclasses of the Oracle can use, my homebrew class. And there are specifics to this, but you're not being an Oracle. You're just using more or less the same rules. So I believe this is entirely possible. Let me just check. You can always try!
Incense is what puts us to sleep and then puts us into the shared thing.
It puts
right?
you into a shared dream, specifically one of these people's shared dreams. You gotta choose who it is.
I
Last time we
like
saw
the
that.
idea that later on Voss just walks in, hey guys, it's good.
And everyone's asleep. Yeah.
He walks into the incense and just and he's in the
really
dream.
like the idea
That
of
is
Boss
funny.
way through just walking in and becoming unconscious in the room. It's very good. I like that a lot. I hope that happens.
Yes.
There's a large section of this about unwilling dreamers. But you're all willing.
I think he'd be willing though, because he'd be confused too.
This is where Rofi's apprehensiveness just goes away. He's like, oh, this is gonna be interesting. It's new. This is new.
I will allow this Actually, when the Oracle, you have to get to a certain point and then spend more resources, but, you know, if you just use 2 incense for now, it'll probably be an exponential growth, though, you know, if you wanted Voss in.
Yeah.
It'll be a 4 or whatever, you know.
Okay, cool.
Reasonable.
That makes sense to me for now, especially because you invented this. They didn't just find it on a bush. So, whose dream do you want to walk within?
Are we
I
doing?
think we're gonna have to do Rakath
Yeah,
because he has his connection with his patron.
Yeah, I think you're right. Unfortunately.
Okay.
Okay. Anything you'd
Ooh,
want to do
very
before this
interesting.
ritual? Yeah.
All right. Getting ready.
Do you think it's possible I can write notes while? No, that probably won't work.
They
It's
might
like
disappear.
But you can take mental notes.
I'm not so good with those.
Neither am I. I mean, why don't you set up so you're sitting down with a book in front of you and your pen
Good
in front
idea.
of you, just in case, and then you can be writing in the dream and maybe your body will follow. Who knows?
He sets up and then he like puts like an extra 2 blank books on either side and more pens. Just like,
Yeah.
I'm ready.
Oh, perfect.
He's ready. What about everyone else?
Rakath kind of like, you know, when someone like crosses their feet over and then sits down into a cross-legged pose immediately, like weirdly dexterously, Rakath does that and just sits there and looks like he's meditating like how Voss meditates, and just
I feel like it's
They-
gonna look like a Tim Burton character, like with like the lanky legs
Yeah.
and like the weird proportions.
Hunch. Yeah.
yeah, totally,
Right?
It's freaking weird.
absolutely.
Alright. You prepare the ritual, which is far more scientific than it is religious. Allowing you all to inhale the smoke and slow your breathing. And allow yourselves to completely and utterly relax. That moment of as everyone in the camera pans out and everyone's just it's like freaking Luigi's Mansion all over again. That calmness, that stillness is completely disrupted by a bright light and a shaking. Where you all awake is the shattered remains of a building. It was actually raining when you walked to Voss's school, and it's still raining in this place, but the rain is illuminated a bright yellow by the still exploding aether light in the sky. The high city is much closer than it was when you saw it, but still obscured. When you guys saw it, you were very far down in the city and you could see this, but the it was obscured by walkways and pipes and things like that. So even though it's very close and you can feel a kind of cold magical heat from it, it's far away and close up at the same time. For Rofi, who's never been in a dream like this before, everything is and isn't. While you all wake up as if you were sleeping on the floor or meditating on the floor itself, a very fine quality mosaic stone, feels like you could fall through it at any time. Even the air feels both very thin and very thick. The explosion gives off a cold and a heat in the distance, and illuminates the city of Narashiro in a bright, bright gold.
Is it currently enveloped by that bubble that stopped it? Or is it
It's kind
without
of
that
like
bubble?
the explosion is frozen.
Ooh.
But it's still moving. It's almost like a sun. Not that any of you would know what that's like. But for the best, it's like if the graphics of the explosion was continuously happening in slow motion. It's not shrinking, it's not growing larger. It feels like it could grow larger at any time. It's like almost an optical illusion.
Oh. Notes. Just hoping it works.
Well,
When you try to write in the books that you have on you, Rofi, the Sylvan scrawling leaks off the page and floats as little symbols in the air.
quick,
Oh, that's
eat them.
different.
Eat them. Retain them.
It's like chomping them out of the air. It's just
I
he
don't
doesn't
know if
what's
that
going.
works.
Rofi, you definitely know what ink tastes like. So, yeah.
Ugh.
Did it work? Did you eat them?
I don't know if it worked. It was interesting though.
Well,
Something
let me
you
know.
would notice, Rofi, when you open up your mask to eat them, the light of the explosion doesn't hurt.
Oh. Oh, that's interesting. He like does that thing where he just like does that a couple times just to make sure. It's like, yep, nope. Huh. It doesn't hurt.
It's not real.
Oh yeah. This
Well,
is all very interesting and
Relatively
confusing.
speaking. This is all happening in my brain, which is very concerning.
Yes.
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 I-
You can get hurt here. I just want to make that clear. You can get hurt here.
Oh, yes.
Oh.
Very much so. Yes.
Okay, so do not touch the explosion.
Well,
No.
I kind of want to touch the explosion.
I kind of want to touch the explosion, too. I do think it will kill us, though.
Okay. Well, what now? What do we?
Well, unless there's something Rakath wanted to do, we should probably get back to our home so that we can go to that weird place.
I am curious if it's still possible to get to the high city right now.
We can try.
Where's the harm in that?
Yeah.
We just might die.
Yeah.
Oh,
Go with the teleporter.
I mean, well, this should be really interesting.
It would be a very interesting way to go, admittedly.
You try to leave this area and you realize like you're on top of a tall building when you kind of start walking to the side. Stairs kind of appear from a direction, almost like chunks of rubble. They are decidedly uneven, but to anyone but Rakath, with slightly
Are they
different...
lumpy?
They're not lumpy, but they
Okay.
are perfect for Rakath's awkward stride. To Rakath, it's a very comfortable walk. To anyone else, it's a very strange, loping.
All of you are going to be
stairwell.
very heavy on your right side for this trip down these stairs.
You're gonna ache in the morning, walking on one particular leg.
Both of you will have sore right knees and left ankles, which is going to be very weird for you.
But you can get down into the city. The people around are staring up at the sky. Most of them wearing masks. Mostly of that particularly chunky cherub mask that Rakath owns. All kind of frozen, staring up at the sky at their inevitable demise.
Rofi like lifts one of the masks.
There's, like, nothing under there.
Oh nope. Okay. That
Puts
back.
it back gently.
Yeah. Who is going to be leading you? And that person can give me an investigation or survival check.
That will be me. And I'm assuming I cannot have help on this investigation check?
No.
Then I shall roll. And it is a 23.
23 is pretty great. You are looking
there
for a
it is.
teleporter up into the high city, which you find. It's almost like one of those things you walk around a corner and there it is. It's not exactly where it would be in the real world, but that's
Right.
okay. The teleportation circle within it is already spinning, and while this isn't how it works on the real world, there's kind of a wispy portal between here and somewhere else, assumedly the High City.
Shall we? Okay.
Okay.
Rakath is going to grab both Yuna and Roki's
Oh!
hands, and we're all going to step in at once.
Good! That's nice, because whenever there's a portal, there's the discussion of who goes in first. Then that always happens, and that has been avoided.
Saving you the time, sir.
Through...
And we're all dead.
You go through into the same... You've always used the same one. And it goes through into this glass chamber that goes into a garden. And you can walk through there, although noticeably the glass is cracked. And fractured. The garden itself is mostly in place. There's a couple of frozen high nobility, and the glass roof of the garden is completely shattered, and the cold heat of the explosion is drawing closer. This is when you can see bubbles and popping and aether magic and kind of weaves of magic that kind of flow in arcs and things like that. Some of the trees here are burning with magic as they're being blown the other way. And can you all give me perception checks?
Man, I'm really glad we have all the most perceptive people with us right now.
I know, right?
Okay,
No,
apparently you guys are fine. I am not. I am not paying attention.
It is Yuna who can hear a ghostly shrieking about the place. That is growing closer. It is almost like whatever is causing that noise knows that you're here and is actively going through the winding tunnels of the High City to find you. As I get my monster manual. But you can hear this happen. It's not like there's something coming around a corner right now, but you can hear something hunting you in the frozen, burning city.
No, I'm muted. Something's coming.
Well, we should hide.
Oli, does it sound like a banshee? Because I know what that sounds like.
No, ghostly is the best way to describe it. But it's not a ghost that you would recognize. you know all the garden variety ghosts by now. But it's not a banshee.
Should we hide?
I think it's being pretty thorough looking for us.
So we should prepare.
Ambush?
Ambush.
Okay.
If it is, what kind of thing is it, Yuna? When?
I don't know. I'm not familiar.
How would you describe it?
Ghostly, but not like banshee ghostly.
Well, we can't funnel it then.
Haunting is a good word.
Haunting is a good word.
All right. Well,
This is
realistically,
all added to. There is a low humming coming from the explosion, which is quite uncomfortable.
Well, how do you set up for an ambush for a being that is ghostly or haunting when you know they can probably enter through objects?
I'm gonna do Bop on your weapon.
I don't know who you're pointing to.
Rakath, sorry. I don't know why I thought you knew who I was pointing to.
Yeah,
Classic.
great.
Good times.
Thank you.
Yep.
+1 to it. Okay.
Yep. So let me remove that prep point. Also, I would be wary about spells because that's a lot of magical energy.
Ooh, good point. As Rakath pulls out his parrying dagger rather than his little eye globe thing. Okay.
I don't know if. I mean, maybe I'll use them. I just don't know if they'll do something different
Right.
or have repercussions.
I'm going to stick to what I know better today, I think.
I think that's a good idea.
Uh-oh.
I don't super want to expend a lot of magical energy on this because I want to use all my magical energy in clairvoyant
Yes.
stuff later on.
Yes.
Okay, so
Yuna, can you give me a intelligence check?
Mhm.
Yes, I can. I'm intelligent.
Intelligence check
That's a
completed.
save. Nope, I'm not that intelligent. I rolled a save instead.
You said it, not me.
It's better.
Oh.
It's incredibly
That's-
likely that spells you cast in the dream won't actually translate to spells you cast in the real world.
Hmm.
So you essentially have different spell slots.
Okay.
Neat.
Even if I'm
Oh.
planning on casting them in that demi-plane later on.
Your thought process is probably this avatar, as deep as it goes, is the same. So,
Yes.
whichever,
Same
same
spell
dream,
slots here to that
Right.
spot.
but not
Yeah.
same with the real world.
Right.
So that is still a concern.
I should have watched Inception again before doing
I didn't know we were going to be incepting today. Otherwise, I would have planned for it.
I guessed at it with my GIF.
You did guess with the inception. As you know, you kind of ready to stuff, and kind of Yuna is.
I
kind
would like to hide.
You can give me a stealth roll.
I will
From
do so.
the cracks in the ceiling, from the corner ways that
14.
I will attempt to hide as
branch
well.
off this room like a spider web. These blinding light, golden spectral entities wisp around the corners. They actually do resemble a banshee in some way, in that the banshee almost has no end, almost like a tail of gold. They're decidedly masculine, unlike a banshee, and they are wielding large, bastard sword-like blades of light as they weave into the room. They utter almost like military commands to each other in a language that you don't understand but sounds particularly ancient. And if you give me a moment, I gotta set up this shit.
I will say I am going to have trouble finding my token just because of the size of my screen today, but I will do what I can, sir.
You'll be fine.
I'm sure I will at some point.
I should also mention this. I have twin loaded still from a load that I did right at the end of last thing.
No, you don't.
Good to know.
This
Oh
isn't the
no, I
same
don't.
gun.
Okay, you're right. Okay,
Is a dream.
This is a dream gun.
let me lower that. Good point.
Mr. Dream Gun.
That means my save
Shoot me,
spell.
shoot.
Boop, 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 boop. You knew where I was going.
There was only one place you would go. That's
Yeah.
not a branching, optional Inception choice. All right, would you please roll for me's initiatives?
I
Oh,
have no idea where
things
we are.
have changed again with the scroll wheel.
Down. Yeah, they changed it back because they know no one liked it. I liked it, but
I did, yeah.
That is a natural 1 on my initiative roll, sir.
Uh-oh.
it's almost like the haunting
Oh.
of your own mind scares Rakath so much into his slow.
Now I also did
Terrible.
I did try to hide. I had a 17 stealth. Did that come through?
Yeah,
You don't know.
it doesn't.
Okay, good.
It doesn't matter.
Oh, okay.
You're hiding from nightmare ghosts.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like the reason why Rakath is hiding is not because he thinks it's going to be successful.
Ah.
Rakath is a little bit scared of things in his own mind, in case you have not figured that one out yet.
These things whisper around the corner. They're ethereal, changing constantly, like everything in this dream. While they're light and wraith-like, they do occasionally seem to walk on the ground as if within heavy armor. Yuna, you're actually the one with the first turn.
Hells yeah.
You say actually, but I have really good initiative.
Me too.
Yeah,
Two
that,
men.
It doesn't come
wasn't-
up very often how
I
high my
wasn't-
dex is.
I wasn't deliberately throwing shade.
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna cast Fairy Fire on that one.
This is
That's
very
reasonable.
dramatic music right now. Which one? I wasn't looking.
This one.
Okie dokie.
I need to zoom out more. There's multiple ones.
I'm struggling.
They're
so
gonna
hard.
fail.
Oh, there's a lot more. There's a lot more than I thought there was.
There's a lot
There's
of them.
5 total that I can see right now.
But you get advantage on attacking that one.
Oh, do we? Good.
I'll be dead by the time I can hit that one. So
Why
Okay.
did you say that?
because there are 3 on the right hand side that are gonna charge me, I'm pretty sure.
Rofi, unless Yuna wants to do anything else.
No, I will move like down here. We're good to go.
I'm going to bonus action load twin shot. Let me put the twinification. And then I'm going to, at the one that is verified, I want to take that twin shot.
Okay. The first one hits, the second one does not.
That's okay. I will take it.
That is really good damage, though.
Yeah.
Thank goodness.
The Wraith is staggered by that.
Then I'm going to actually move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I have to make a choice.
Boy.
No, I'm trying to make it so we're not all clumped up because that bad
I-
things happen.
I can appreciate that.
Every time we've clumped up, bad things have happened recently.
I had the exact opposite thought that we should kill the ones on like the least filled side first, and then let the other ones come to us. And kind of like filter them in, rather than going off
Kind of
and
done that.
hitting.
It's okay. I have ideas of how I can hopefully get out of this alive.
Oh, they came to us.
They came to you!
Yeah,
the
they did.
ghosts moving in a marched advance. Raka.
All right, I am going to bonus action disengage
How dare you?
with my my cunning action, and then I am going to run over here to protect Yuna. I know I've already got advantage on it. I'm just
Double advantage.
double advantage. You know how it works. That's a total benefit, really. This also has +1 on it. I just can't be bothered to, you know. So
That's
it's
a hit.
26 to hit, and then let's see here. That'll be 7 piercing damage and 4 psychic damage.
You are going to take 4 radiant damage as the light from them burns and sears you.
Oh no. Oh no.
But that one you strike is significantly injured by the blow.
So I have a question for you,
You
because I
just-
heal as
the
much
order,
damage.
Yeah.
Yes, the order. Oh, I did forget sneak attack damage. You're correct. Thank you. I need to
Yes, you're taking this damage as the weapon hits.
So another-
So
another
you
5
heal
damage as well.
afterwards. I will allow.
Okay,
That seems to make sense.
and then so an additional 5 sneak attack damage as well. Good.
Sneak up on that
So
ghost.
and then I am done my turn because I can't do much else.
I am done my turn. Yuna. I am done my turn, he says.
I is done. Turn.
Job's done.
Job done.
Well, let's try using
Something me doing?
necromantic magic on these wraith creatures and see what happens.
Uh-huh.
That one.
That seems fun.
Charisma save. It passes.
All right. Well, nothing happens.
Yeah.
Or is it half damage? I don't remember.
On an unsuccessful save, they take 3d8 necrotic damage. If the creature, no, nothing happens.
Yeah, nothing
Okay,
happens.
cool.
Okay. Rofi.
I will then test the necromantic damage. I am going to do a little. Whoa, I didn't mean to do that advantage because I'm a derp.
I'm sorry, I'm inspiring.
Hey, it's better.
You did. You brought the Eric energy today.
Yeah, I did. I'm sorry.
That
My
is
fault.
a hit.
Blame me.
Ooh.
It's not bad.
It's pretty alright damage, but it doesn't seem to slow the haunt down.
Ah. Good to know. Good to know. I think that's going to be my turn. I'm waiting for bad things to happen.
I'm waiting to die. In my dream.
Rofi, you
okay.
are going to take some damage. You're going to take 6 radiant damage from that. It's a melee attack.
Oh, you cut out for the
6
actual
radiant
number.
damage. Don't try and get away with that.
What? No, you legit cut out for the exact moment you're like, you'll take radiant damage. And I'm like, hang on.
How much?
As you go in with that strike against the golden haunt against you, Rofi, it is going to stagger back with the blow and then parry with the broadsword.
Okay.
But you are going to be able to scuttle back and dodge.
Ooh.
Attaboy. By the way, just in case you're swinging at me, my AC is 18 right now. Because I have the parrying.
Swing at Rofi. Rofi, what's your AC?
It's a 15.
So a 20 hits.
Okay, but does it?
The haunt, like, recorporates into a more sun elven knightly figure on the ground, marches, and they try to move together, but they only hit a doppelganger.
So 1, 2.
You
3.
are going to take half of the radiant damage.
Yeah. I figured that
So
was
it's
going to be
4
radiant
damage, half the 2.
damage. Ooh, okay, that's not too bad.
Very nice.
Yeah.
And I'll put a little invisible thing on me because I'm invisible until the end of my next turn, or I do something.
Sneaky, sneaky.
I ninja.
Almost charging through the other 2. One chases Rofi down. And is just gonna hit.
So
Sight.
it can still.
Oh,
True sight.
no, that's right. No,
Do they have true sight?
no true sight. You're good.
Yeah.
So this one is
it's
going
like
to
till the
actually
end of the
attack the
turn.
fake Rofi too.
Yeah.
Sorry, I should have made a clone Rofi, but I'm currently spinning a lot of plates.
What is?
She's scheming. Don't worry about it.
Oh. I'm like, I'm not the one doing this. What's going on?
It's only color coded, Tesh. It's fine. One of these gets behind you and you just manage to parry it out of the way, Rakath.
Whew.
The other one is going to strike at Yuna and is going to hit.
Unless Yuna shields.
Or is it?
There it is.
Alright, now let's do the big brain math. No, it's not going to hit with shield. Alright, and will the other one hit with shield? No.
Good job.
Aaron's muted.
Oh
for
my
me?
gosh, I'm muted. I'm sorry. What?
That's okay, you don't need to say anything to shield. All you need to do is
just-
press shield.
I don't know.
So
It
those
does
two
have a verbal
are-
component.
Trying to swing at Yuna, who's moving and flowing, seeing the future within this dream. Rakath, please.
Really quick, we can free action talk on each other's turns. I think we should leave. I think we should go to the teleporter, which is right there. This has been awful and creepy, and I don't like it.
I mean, I kind of agree. I say as I
I
swing.
don't think we have a lot to gain by being here.
Not really.
I'm gonna
You just
just
wandered.
go.
You wandered into a side quest that's way over
We
level for
wandered
you.
in here.
It's a 27.
That's a strike. Yeah. Is that
to
against the
hit
one you're
in
flanking?
between.
Yep.
Yeah. and it's going to. Oh, that's really good psychic damage. It's going to be
You
7
are going
piercing.
to take 6 radiant, but the ghost is going to fall apart into this big chunky armor that onto the ground. It almost smolders, the light going out in it.
Lovely. Well, I'm going to. I don't know what to do because I wasn't planning on leaving.
I'm
but
going
you
to
were
officially
saying
say the framiness of my bad internet is because we're in a dream world. Dream worlds have low FPS. That's just canon. There's a lot of
It's a
things
fact.
to render.
Everybody knows it.
Yeah.
I am going to disengage with my bonus action and start moving towards teleporter.
Sorry, I just got very confused by a message from Josiah. It was in
Imble?
Yeah.
At Imble time?
Yeah.
Brimmal time?
Brimbell time.
Brimbell time?
I
I got like
saw that
reverse
was
galaxy
very-
brained by it. I got completely flat brained.
Yeah. So that was my turn.
Trying to run away. Okay, I respect it. I don't respect it. Let's see what will happen this way. Okay, that's reasonable. Yuna.
Yeah, I'm gonna
What's
yell
up?
for Rofi to come.
You
I'm gonna
don't know where I am.
action disengage.
She disappeared.
No, you see the doppelganger, Rofi, presumably.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
doppelganger
actually
Rofi
on.
getting beat up on.
That's a good point. Yeah.
It's too dangerous! You're taking too much damage!
Rofi, before you, all of the ghosts are striking at the doppelganger.
Yeah, I'm gonna get the hell out of dodge. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then I'm going to. Actually, let me. I can check something first before I use my movement. I don't think I need to use my movement because I can. Instead of dashing, I'm going to do this. I'm actually going to take a shot at the one that I damaged.
Yep.
Out of the stealth, so is that an advantage?
Yes.
Okay, I want to do that.
You need to multi-class into rogue, because this would just be funny.
Was it a hit?
Yeah,
Some League of Legends shit.
yeah. And let me remove my little stealth indicator.
Very good.
And then I'm going to bonus action Misty Step.
Blorp.
1, 2.
Alright, that's good. That leaves all of you very close to the teleporter. You can continue a mad dash towards it. The haunts of gold do continue to chase you, but seem to turn towards a different threat before you're at the teleporter.
Do we see what that threat is?
Can you give me a perception check before you
Yeah,
walk in?
that's weird.
Yeah, because if we're not... I mean,
We're
if
not
we can
alone.
see- I can't see. We're running.
Oh no!
Oh my god!
No! You have no idea. No, you could stay
Well,
and see, or you could.
I mean, if we're no longer in danger, it's one of those things where like, what?
Oh, of course you're still in danger. The turn is the fight's gonna continue if you stay.
It's up to you guys.
They're turning to another threat. Like, do they seem like they're reacting? Is that kind of what's happening there? Or, like, how are they seeming to turn to another threat?
There is another combatant that they have noticed.
Can I
Ooh.
insight check if they're afraid or if they're waiting for someone to come and destroy us more?
Way too many things you're trying to do in like 2 seconds at this point.
Fair
I'm
enough.
good to stay.
Stay or go.
I'm fine. Sorry.
alright, let's stay.
Okay.
All right, let's stay. Fuck.
I like that we surrounded Yuna. It's like, protect her.
Yeah.
I mean, we're
Well,
like 3 squares away from it, so like we can always.
You can back out whenever you want.
Yeah.
And we can. We're 3 squares away, specifically so we can drag someone out if we have to.
Right.
Ooh.
Okay, coming from that way.
2 of them are going to keep on chasing you.
Ooh.
Yep.
Rakath, you're gonna get struck.
Yep. They're
It's
still
gonna be
trying to
for
hit
9 slashing
9 slashing.
plus
You got it.
1 radiant. Get smited. Get smited, son. Consider
I was
yourself
wondering if that was a
smoked.
smite. Beautiful. Ah.
It's less of a smite and more how these creatures are.
Yeah.
It is quite effortless. This one's gonna strike at Rofi. Rofimus, but gonna miss.
Yeah.
From within the high city, a fully armored Commander Kato is the other combatant.
Ooh.
Striking and fighting away at the hordes. Doing some big boom damage every time the magic rod she uses slams into them. There's this rupture of force, as you would expect from the OP queen herself, which is just gonna shatter that ghost. And shatter is quite accurate because they do kind of return to smoldering armor. Alright. One moment while my internet tries to stop shitting itself.
You got it, boss.
Poob must be over. Okay. So yeah, there is a dream version of Commander Kato there. Smiting in return!
Okay. I am going to try and... I'm going to attack the one that has Fairy Fire on it still.
Reasonable, reasonable.
I think so. 24?
It's a hit. You are going to take 5 radiant damage in return.
Okay.
Oh.
Whoa!
Oh.
I'm going to take 1 radiant damage in return because of the heal from 4 for the psychic damage.
That's not an instant kill, but it's close.
Ah. And then I'm
Anything
going to
else?
swing at it with my offhand dagger.
Oh!
Because I do have my parrying dagger out
Yes.
presently. Yes.
Yes.
With advantage. 16.
That's not a hit, actually. I closed my
There you
monster
go.
manual.
Ooh.
Yeah.
This is all.
Sorry.
This is all
That
going off
modifier, though,
engine
dang.
brain, cached data.
Yeah, the modifier is really nice.
It's your turn.
Remember, you have a +1. So if it had 1 health, Ollie.
Oh, that's a good point. That should be 8 piercing damage.
It is noted.
Thank you. Thank you for reminding me, Tesh. I forgot.
I realized when I was like, why does that have 8 and that have 7? Oh, he didn't have the +1.
Is that against the one that
Yes.
Rakaf just hit?
Aaron, I believe you are muted
muted.
again.
Yeah, I'll hit that one.
Okay, that's a hit.
It's 20 hits, yeah.
Oh, yes.
If I do damage, we'll see what happens.
Oh,
That's not
my
a kill.
God.
That might surprise you. Rofi.
Well, seeing that this one in front of me still is not going down, I'm gonna probably do hopefully do a bit of overkill here. I nearly said probably, and then I was like, you know what?
That's
I
a
better
hit.
not say
That's a
it.
hit.
Okay, good.
There's a significant amount of overkill. When you did double the health that they had, so. Yeah.
Okay,
Removed.
good. Okay, that one's dead.
Crumble away to nothing.
I think that's gonna be my turn. Yep.
Okay. Ghost time continues. Ghost is going to strike Rakath. It is 18. It is going to hit.
That is exactly a hit.
That
God
is
damn
going
it.
to be 4 slashing plus 6 radiant.
I like how they're failing to hit my 15, but continuously hitting your 18.
Well,
Yeah.
it is his dream.
It is my
Yeah,
dream,
that's
and
true,
I'm
yeah.
afraid of them. So
At this point, they're swarming the Dream Kado, who is shielding one but still getting struck by the other. She is going to retaliate with a thunder wave of her own.
Ooh.
Yeah, every time she attacks, it's thunder wave basically. But it's not a kill. It's up to you whether you guys are still staying. Raka?
oh, I think we're staying.
You know what? Considering you're staying, this is a great time to take a little break.
Okie dokie.
You know, catch up on your literature, stay hydrated, etc. We'll be back in a second.